Khomotjo Mashele. I'm the head of product for high schools at Spark Schools, and I'm responsible for the design and implementation of our high schools. So blended learning in our high schools is really a way that we use technology, or we leverage technology to personalize learning for every Spark High School scholar. It's how we identify gaps in our scholars, academic gaps, and how we then use the technology to be the second hand for the teacher, and we leverage a couple of rotations to do so. So we have what we call a classroom rotation, which is really how the teacher uses technology to better define what the scholar need is. And then we have a lab rotation, which is in our innovation hub, which is where we have blended learning facilitators and learning support assistants who are then retargeting and targeting that learning for the scholar. So we do all of this to create a personalized learning journey for the scholar, so that we're able to meet the scholar at their need, and we're able to really deliver a high educational model that really delivers to make sure our scholars can succeed through high school and beyond. I think that it's really not even just about how we prepare them for the future. The future is here. It's about what tools do we gather in classroom, out of classroom, through social interactions to help them exist in the world that we have today. I think our scholars are actually already in the world of work. A lot of our scholars are already building content, already formulating who they want to be, not only in the future, but who they want to be today. So it's about creating a learning environment that really supports that by teaching them the right tools that they will need to succeed, like critical thinking, teaching them how to be competent communicators, competent thinkers now while they're in high school, so that by the time they get to university and beyond, they've actually mastered those skills and they're really clear about who they want to become and what they want to do and what they want their learning journey to be. So I think how we prepare them is really by simulating the world that they're going to have once they leave our schools, by making sure that we are giving them enough time to practice and hone the skills that they will need. And it's not just about teaching them and giving them all of this content. It's about what skills do they need and how do they practice those skills in school, whether it's in, again, our innovation hub, where they have an opportunity to think about those skills. Like if I want to become a journalist, as an example, what are the skills I need to become that, and what are the things that the school can give me in this time to hone and practice that skill. But I think as well, to be a little bit more, if I go a little bit more granular on in terms of the academic side, it's really how we think about proficiency for our scholars. We believe that we want all of our scholars to attain 60% and above. As an internal measure for us that really sets them up for university and for the world of work. It's really about making sure that the skills acquisition that they have from a high school perspective are really clear, concrete skills, but that are also proficient. So we want them to master what's in front of them and not just merely understand and move on. It's about how do we go deeper and make sure that the scholar really understands and acquired that skill really well before moving on to other concepts throughout their learning journey. And again, just going back to what we spoke about earlier, if the scholar does not understand the skill, does not master the skill, how do we go back and use the technology to intervene and make sure that we close that gap for the scholar. So it's a balance of multiple things on how we get them there. And I think that it's really about understanding that the future is now, their university journey is now, their world of work is now, and how does the school really reflect that back to them.
If you want to learn more about Spark Schools, visit sparkschools.co.za.